And then we've started late, which worked out well for Sammy. Um, so I will tell you when we usually finish, and it's up to you if you need to go, but otherwise we'll stay a little bit later. So come lay down. Lay down. On your back, yeah. And then just settle in. And then once the body feels a little bit more settled, just allow the breath to be a little bit freer than it's been all morning. So allow the breath to fill in all those corners that it doesn't usually get to go to. Have a little breath travel. And then once you feel just that little bit more at peace, once you feel just a little bit more at home, there's lots of stuff going on this morning. Then just go ahead and just notice if we're thinking about twists in the body, do you feel even from side to side? Or as you lay there on your mat, is it that one side feels like it's more connected to the ground? Like you've got more contact with one side of the ground? As if there's more weight going through? And there's no, like, please don't change anything at this point, but just have a little notice. Do you feel totally even, both sides, shoulder blades, hip bones, the space underneath your lower spine? Or does it feel like there's a little twist? Does it feel like there's a little turn in your body? And sometimes that's because we've got various little gorgeous bumps on the skull, which means we're turning the head slightly, which is fine. But sometimes it is a twist going through maybe the middle of the spine, the rib cages, or maybe slightly lower down. And then just before we start moving into it, is it possible for you to exhale and just have that little kind of almost shimmy, circular, wave-like motion where you just see if you can find evenness? And it's tough when we're lying down, because obviously gravity is pressing down on the whole of our weight. Oh, there she is. Got a little visitor. And then just forget about it for a minute. We'll keep on coming back to that twist, but just keep forgetting about it when you can. And then all we're going to do is bend the knees and take the soles of the feet wide and then just enjoy the side to side twist. Just enjoy it, no thinking. And just enjoy a couple more in your own speed, however you want to do it. Because we're going to spend the next couple of movements being really focused, which is going to take quite a lot out of us. So just freedom. And once you've had those side to side movements, Honeydew is given a lot of love this morning. Come all the way up to a kneeling position if that's comfortable. If you need anything to make it more comfortable, feel free. Sometimes it's nice just to kind of sit on a blanket so the knees aren't quite as flexed. That feels nicer. If it's the tops of the ankles that feel a little bit interesting, you can always put a blanket there. I'm just going to sit on a block. All right. And the first thing we're going to do is just find a pelvis that is neutral. And we're just going to have a little notice. So just come and just feel into the front of the hip bones. And then in this kneeling position, do they feel like they're both facing the same way and they're both on the same plane? So one's not further forward than the other. Good. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to have a little kind of almost like a little marching action with them. And it's a really small action, so don't worry if nothing happens for a while. But we're going to imagine taking one knee and the corresponding hip back towards the back of our mat. And then that same knee goes forward towards the front of our mat. So it's like a little walking motion. As one knee goes forward, the other knee is going to go back. So it's a tiny little motion, so don't worry if it doesn't feel big. So it's this little kind of almost sway. Those of you that have practiced 2-foot support with me, it's the same movement. You know, when we take one knee forward and the other knee back and the hip moves almost from side to side, it's that same motion. Good. So it's a forward and back motion rather than a side to side. So the knee and the hip is traveling forward and back on your block or on your bum or on your mat, wherever you are. And it's teeny. Good. Good. I'm loving that this is complex, which means when it's good. And then just see if you can find the place that's neutral. So when you look down both kneecaps, if you were to put kind of a spirit level there, they would be level. And if you're not sure, and if one looks further forward, then go ahead and do that move that we've done again and pull it back in. And then once you're satisfied that your pelvis essentially is as level as it can be with that spirit level, then just commit to keeping it there as we take some interesting twists. So I'm going to drop my hands down by my side and I'm going to kind of keep them there. So they're going to travel with this part of my rib cage rather than starting the movement. They're going to be on board the movement. So we're not going to move from the pelvis at all. We're going to try and find these little twisty lines going through our middle. And in fact, don't worry about the breath for a second. Just take a twist towards your right hand side. And it's coming from the center. So if I was to look at your t-shirts, I should see these kind of diagonal lines appear where you've moved from the middle and then turn back to center. And then twist to the other direction. So pelvis stays completely still. Arms stay just dangling down. Yes, nice to get good. And then back to center. Other direction. Center. And now start to add a breath. So exhale as you take a twist. Good, and then center. Really nice. So Louise, rather than moving your neck, can you move from here first? Does that make sense? Because yeah, you're starting the movement with your head, which is going to make it feel like it's a bigger twist than it is. You can follow the head on, it doesn't have to stay forward, but just really nice. And then just do a couple more, and can you notice or can you feel that one side feels easier? One side it feels like you're kind of less fight is going on. Like you're just noticing that it's easier, there's less There's less restriction. And it might be that you're really even, which would be amazing. And then just before we add the arms, just notice which side you find easier, if indeed it is one side. So is it that you find the left side traveling forward easier, or the right side traveling forward easier? So just remember it for as we continue. And now we're just going to take one more on each side, but this time as we come to the end of that twist, we're going to allow the arm to cross our body, and it's going to feel so much better. It's like, that's the twist. You can let the arms drop as well, Jem, if you want to, but yeah, up to you. And then center. And then other side twist. And then allow the arms to cross your body, they can just drop. Oh, there we go. Good, and then just forget it. Forget it. Cat cow. No thinking, just doing. Got no music to me, so I'll sing to you. Change tact. All right. Enjoy just a couple more breaths in cat cow, because in a minute we're going to get a little bit more annoying with our where we're twisting from. So for now, just allow any movement to happen in cat cow. Lovely sense of freedom in the body. Oh. And if noise accompanies those movements, then all the better. Oh. Just one more of each. And take the weight off the hands for a second before we take it back on. In a minute, we're going to come back into tabletop, and we're going to take a closed twist and an open twist. And we're going to take both of them, in fact, with the arm that would normally do the movement in the twist. We're going to kind of close it down across our body. So the arm, one arm's going to stay down, obviously, otherwise we'd face plant, but the other arm's going to kind of hug our boobs. And it might be, depending on size of boobs, it might be that the hand comes to rest at the side of your kind of ribs, or where the bra line is, but wherever's comfortable. So we're just kind of not allowing that shoulder blade to move as it normally would. That's what we're trying to do, but in a comfortable place. So we're really, again, we're really focusing on proper, not proper, everything's proper, specific places to twist from, that's all. Because it might be that the body's not sure of how to do this, so we're just trying to have a little kind of re-education. So left hand stays down, right arm comes across your body, raises your boobs, so lucky for a Sunday morning, and just rests in a place that feels comfortable. Nice. And then we're going to take a closed twist, which means we're going to turn towards that left hand, and we're going to look towards the left as well, until we can't go any further. And then push in through that left hand as we inhale, come back into neutral, and then take an open twist, but keep the arm and the hand where it is, and you'll feel a different sensation. It's going to feel not as satisfying. I'll do the same thing again. Exhale, take the closed twist. Try and keep the arm that's on the ground straight. I know it's tempting to bend the elbow. Bending the elbow gives you more perceived range. And then inhale, open up. Oh, push down through the left hand so you've got a little bit more traction. Draw the belly a little bit in. And then last one before we have something a little bit nicer. Exhale, twist. And then this time as we inhale, once again, we push through the left hand. And then we let the arm go wherever it wants. It can go slightly up, it can have a little roll, but we just take the arm and let the shoulder blade move with the twist. Good. And then take the arm down, just have a brief cat-cow to reset that. Have a little feel. And then the same thing the other side. So left hand comes across. Finds wherever it's going to find, hopefully in a comfortable position. Melanie's really working hard. And then exhale, bless his little butt. Close the twist. So you're going towards that right side. And as you inhale, push through that right hand side and take an open twist towards the left. And then traction down. Good. Exhale, close the twist. Really nice. So you should really be feeling it kind of around the bottom of the shoulder blades, the middle of the back. Exhale as you close it, and this one's different. Really nice. Good, good, good. Lovely. Inhale, open, and then take the arm wherever it wants to go. In fact, I'm going to put my arm towards my lower back because that just feels like it's really nice. Oh, thank you, Sammy. I'll have a herbal. Sarah, I'll have a herbal tea. Pop on over, all right? And a doggy stroke as well if you're coming. Cat cow it out. So cat cow's either sitting or kneeling, whatever makes sense. But just again, something where you have to think. There's a lot of brain work. It might be that you feel slightly different where your head is sat, maybe. Okay. Once you feel you're ready again, put the hands into a knee down plank. So we've got the hips are down, the knees are down, we're in a knees down plank position. Good. And then set the hips back and you'll come into a high child. So your bum probably won't hit your heels and that's fine. This time we're going to come back into child's, but we're going to set the weight to the right. So we're going to look to the right and lean to the right and circle up and around to a plank. And then circle to the left as you travel back to that high child's. Same direction. We travel to the right, bum to the right, look to the right, come through our plank on the center and then go left. So it's just a little butt circle. And as the butt moves, the body moves with it. Good. A couple more here before we change direction. Really nice. Last one. And this time when you rest in your high child, we're going to travel the other direction. So butt towards the left, you look to the left hand, go to the left, come through a neutral plank, travel back towards the right. So we're circling back through. And you might find that one direction of circling was easier than the other. Traveling through one side is way more preferable. Do one last one. And then I was going to do one last thing, but I think we should come and start our flow because we've done so much already. So let's take it into a Ardha Mukha. Oh, we can just do nothing, think about nothing. Down dog and let the head drop, the tongue relax, and the mouth be a little bit more slack, that tongue get a little bit larger. And then inhale as you look forward, and exhale as you take it forward, forward fold. Oh, really nice. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale as the feet push into the floor. Exhale, hands into the heart center. Inhale, we adjust our feety pegs. Take the arms up. And exhale. My mum used to call them feety pegs. That's where I've got my blame mum. She'll whack her when I see him. At the bottom, I won't really have my mum. At the bottom. Have a little relax through. And then as you exhale, it's a strong push back and up. Inhale as the arms glide. And exhale once again, Malasana, which I have been avoiding this morning. Avoiding Malasana. Good, and if you have to, then just really enjoy it now. Exhale, push back, lift up. Inhale, arms. Exhale, last one, Malasana. Inhale as pause. And then exhale, dive through forward fold. Really lovely. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, push, lift. Exhale, hands into the heart center. Inhale, take the arms up. Adjust the feet. Exhaling, Malasana. Hips go back. Knees bend. You feel the core switch on. Pull. At the bottom, just be aware of what's happening with the feet. And then strong exhale as you push back, lift up. Really good. Inhale. Exhale once again, Malasana. Inhale at the bottom, we just have a little feel into our feet. And last time to come up. Exhale, really nice. Good, good, good. From the feet, from the legs, rather than from the back. Inhale up. Exhale, Malasana down. Inhale, take the arms through. Then exhale, drop the head. The last one, inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Really great. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Some really nice chairs. Inhale as we push the ground away to lift ourselves up. And exhale, settle the hands down into heart center. Inhale, adjust the feet, take the arms up. Exhale, it's funny. I feel like everyone's got like a Malasana face. Just before we get into it, everyone's like, honestly, there's this deep kind of focus, like, and preparation. Exhale. Exhale. We should have all gone fruit picking this summer. And the only way we could have picked anything kind of below a meter was to do Malasana. That's what we should have done. It should have been yoga, Malasana, fruit picking. Exhale, last one. That would have been a good day. Inhale, take the arms through. And exhale, forward fold. Have a little feel in. In your forward fold, just have a little dangle. And actually, if you want, just have a little juicy twist. So just let the arms go and then just. Very nice. And then come back into center. Exhale, that right leg goes back, that right knee goes down. We come into, like usual, just a nice low lunge. Take the arms up. And then just drop the arms back down. Like we did at the very start, are both hip bones even. So if you were to kind of put a spirit level here, would one be slightly further forward, which would kind of make sense. We've got leg forward, but can you take the hips so they're on the same plane? And then as you exhale, take a closed twist. So we're going to go towards that left leg, but through the belly first. So just leave the arms to come later. So exhale to take a twist. It should be such a strong contraction going through the muscles of your obliques to take you there. It shouldn't feel easy. If it feels easy, you're moving from somewhere where we don't want to go. Really nice. If you haven't let the head turn, you can let the head turn. And then if the arm wants to join, you can take the arm across. And then just notice how it feels a lot nicer. Twist like that. And then come back into center. Whew. Knee to knee tall kneel. If you want to roll up your mat or get a blanket there, you can. We're just going to do 3 little reps, so not here for very long. All we're going to do is as we inhale, just lean back. And exhale, push from the glutes to come back up. Inhale, lean back. And if we haven't done this for a while, so don't worry if they're not as dramatic as they normally are. If you're a little bit like, oops. This does look like magic, doesn't it? Doesn't look like it should be possible. Really nice. Good, Elaine. Last one. Maybe with this last one, you just get a little bit more like, oh, I'm just gonna, a little bit more daring. Even if it means at some point you have to bend the knees and bail out. Good. I'm liking the neck extension as well. Nice, Sammy. Good. And then just pop the hands down and have a little figure of 8 or indeed a circle just to release. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale as we look forward, and then exhale, travel forward, forward fold. Oh, nice. I always like the first bit, such an easy flow. Inhaling to pause. Exhale, same thing again, left leg back. Low lunge. Inhale as the arms sweep skyward. And then as we exhale, just drop down by our side. Just like before, we just check, are the hips level? It's 10 to 1 that we've taken this right hip, the front leg, and just slightly turned it forward, close to the front of our mat. And if we have, that's fine, but just for today, can we level them out? So both hips are same position. And then just connect through the center of your stomach to start the exhale and to start moving towards that right leg. And again, we're looking for crazy activation. You might even feel some resistance going through your back leg, the front of the back leg. If you've run out of breath, take a short inhale and then another long exhale. And just notice where you are, which side is easier. And then pop the hand there. So this is my more challenging side because I'm rotated towards the other. So I've got a lot more resistance to going this way than I have the other way. Good. And just pop back to center. Exhale as quietly as we can. Woo. Tall kneel. Get comfortable on the knees. And then as we inhale, we come back. And as we exhale, there's a strong push towards alignment. Inhale, we go back. And exhale, forwards. Oh, it feels so cool. Last one, and again, maybe we just see where that point is. Just go easy on the knees. Once you've done that last one, release the little cat cow or variations thereof. Good. Downward facing dog in your own time. Inhale, see us look forward. Exhale, see our feet walk along the front of the mat until we forward fold. Really lovely. First little flow down. So let's have a tiny little half salute to celebrate. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale, we push through the feet and lift all the way up, Samastiti. And exhale as the hands slide into the heart center. Inhale, adjust the feet, take the arms up. And exhaling. Good. We stay here on the inhale, we just feel into our feet. And exhale, fly forward, forward fold. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, take the right leg back into a really nice long runner's lunge. Spaces through the chest as well. So if you normally round the upper back, see if you can find a little bit more space. And then lift up through the feet to come up locust on top of runners. And then exhale down. Inhale as you slide the weight forward into a plank. And exhale as we take the twist from our pelvis first. Side plank, maybe. Inhale, we pop that hand down and we take the twist back into a plank. And then exhale, side plank, other side. Really nice. Inhale, back into a plank. Maybe dropping the knees, but that's your choice. And exhale onto your bellies. Oh, and sometimes collapse there. Inhale as we lift up, locust. And exhale as we let locust go. Inhale, pop the hands underneath so that you can exhale, push up, push back, press back. Hallelujah, and downward facing dog. Oh, sorry, Davina, I was just stretching out my ankle. We're downward facing dog. Right, although that might be really lovely though. Right leg all the way up, three-legged. Exhale, take the right leg through, warrior two. Oh, have a little rest in warrior two, just that really nice familiar position. And then take one arm forward, one arm back. Whenever you next inhale, sweep the arms by the ears, turn two, so you're into a high lunge. And then on the exhale, re-land that back heel, straighten the front leg, Trikonasana. Really nice. See if you can get that top arm a little bit further back, a little bit towards the back of your run. And then as you inhale, rebend the front knee into the side angle. And then we're going to take a twisted high lunge from here. So we're going to need to face that whole entire other way. We're going to see if we can keep low. We're going to inhale, lift the back heel, start to spin, and then spin from the torso, just like we've been doing the whole class. So it's an exhale, we feel the muscles of the torso start to spin. Once they've got no more spin, then we can take the arm across our body into a twisted high lunge that might feel different from normal. And just make sure that front knee isn't kind of collapsing. So can you push through that front foot and keep that knee really straight? Not straight, sorry, level. And then bend the back knee, nothing else changes. Take a big burst of an inhale, ready to come up on the exhale. Really nice. And then take the arms down and then just fly forward. Oh my God. Oh my God. Inhale. And then exhale, left leg comes back, runner's lunge. Inhale as we open everything up. Yeah, get a little bit more chest forward and then, yeah. And then just a downward facing dog. I don't think I've ever been so excited about coming to a side plank. Oh. Inhale as we travel forward into a plank. And we find a twist from the pelvis into a side plank. Really nice, good. And then inhale, plank. Exhale, right hand side, side plank. Inhale. Drop the knees, exhaling onto your belly. Inhale, locust. God, doing half locust. In fact, I'm going to do it interlacing the hand locust. Very nice. If locust is feeling all right, stay a little longer and just have a little twist. And if you can, take the twist from the middle of your torso. So when I tend to twist in locust from the shoulders. Try and keep the arms where they are, try and keep the shoulders where they are, and start the twist lower down. Don't worry if it doesn't work at first. Good. And then let it go, forget it. Forget it, that wasn't part of my lesson plan, I just added it on. And then downward facing dog in your own time. It's so hard with the twist because there's so many other areas that kind of are easier to twist from that will want to twist, but it's so important that we still get a twist in everywhere. But there's not a place that just doesn't move in that direction. Inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, we take it through into a warrior two. And if you haven't already, and only when you're ready, you can lift the arms one forward, one back. And just start to prepare the breath and the body for what's coming. As we inhale, we take the arms up, we let go of that back heel, come into a high lunge. And then we once again land that back heel. We spin that top leg open, and we come down into triangle. Really nice. Maybe this top arm, this top shoulder, this chopped half of the chest, just lean back a tiny little bit, maybe. We can use that bottom arm as a little bit of a push. So we've got a little bit less resistance. And then whenever we next exhale, come into side angle. I don't know, I've gone really deep in my side angle, so don't you? Really nice. Good. All right, and then we're going to see if we can stay low. As we inhale, we're going to lift that back heel. Let's see if we can stay low, come into a neutral position. So it's almost like a runner's lunge. A galloping horse. And then go ahead and twist all the way to the other side. And we're going to see if we can twist from the middle first. So don't be in a hurry to get the arms across. Twist from the middle first. And if you've done the arms, come back into neutral and start from the middle first. Yeah, it's so tempting. The body always wants to help us out and use what it knows how to use. And the easiest, less energetic way. Drop the knee down without doing hardly any other movement. Keep everything really still, really nice. Take a big gulp of air. So that you can exhale, push in, and lift up. That's a really tough transition when you do it slowly. Take the hands down, look forward, exhale, fly forward, forward, forward. Ah, really nice. All right, second flow done. Let's go straight into our third flow, so we've got enough time to relax. Big inhale as we pause. Same start. Exhale, take the right leg back, runner's lunge. Inhale as we lift up and take loads of space in our chest. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Optional extras, optional. And they're only extra if they make sense to you. Inhale, fall to a plank. Maybe exhale, right hand side side plank with top leg lifted. Maybe. If that's gone all right, maybe keep that left leg lifted as you transition into a plank with that third leg up. That makes no sense, but hopefully it did. Dropping that foot down so you can spin to the other side, side plank. Maybe lifting that leg up. Whoop. And maybe keeping it up as you spin. My toes weren't happy with that. And then dropping down, all the way down, probably collapsing down. Maybe locust, but I will leave it up to you if you don't want to. Yeah, I will leave it up to you. Whatever back bend you feel. Oh. Maybe you stay a breath longer. And maybe you come out, so I will leave it up to you. And at some point, make your way into a downward facing dog, planted. Inhale from downward facing dog. Right leg comes up. And exhale through to a runner's lunge. Through to a pigeon. You might know where we're going next. All right, in our pigeon, I don't want to freak you out in pigeon. I'd like you to have a nice pause in pigeon, but possibly we come into runner's lunge. That's a little bit of a sticky transition, so if it doesn't go amazingly well the first time, it's totally fine. Because essentially we need to put our weight through our two front hands on our back foot, so that this front leg can be floaty and can spin so the toe can come down. So don't worry if it feels like you haven't got enough space. It's quite a big ask. When you feel ready to try it, tuck the back toe, push down strongly with the hands, lean a little bit forward, so you can take the leg up. It's almost like tiger position, and then land it into a runner's. So think tiger, get as much space under your body as you can. And then from runners, just warrior two. And then from warrior two, just come into high lunge. This is the nice bit. As we exhale, Garuda the hands. So the thumbs are interlocking. We've got those little butterfly fingers. Yeah, just check. Yeah. And then just compress somewhere that feels comforting. Sometimes I like kind of thyroid. I like that gap in the little hollow of the where the collarbones are, but totally up to you. And then just a nice soft release as we come into high lunge and come forward into galloping horse. As we exhale, we're going to come back up to high lunge, but we're also going to press our hands into our chest to take ourselves back up. And then release the press of the hands. Inhale as we travel back into galloping horse. And then exhale, push into the hands. You've got this nice, lovely sense of being held back up. Back in, inhale, galloping horse. Maybe go a little bit lower, yeah. And think about taking your crown of the head away from the knee. So kind of reach the crown of the head away. Push to lift. I did not push to lift there. Last one, inhale. And exhale, push Garuda into the chest. Oh, so nice. As you inhale, let the movement go. And as you exhale, half moon. Now, my half moon started off a little bit more like a quarter moon. So just be in a comfortable position with half moon. If you don't usually use a block, maybe you use a block because we're going to do something a little bit different, but it's up to you. In your half moon, just find that center that we've been moving from. So that place that we've been twisting from, see if you can find it. And then can you take a twist from the center closer to the mat? And then twist away from the mat. And again, twist from the center. It's going to be a small move, so don't worry. If your shoulders and your arms start to take over, that's cool. Just notice it happening. Last couple of rotations through the center. So the legs and the hips, try not to let them move. Good. And then bend the knee, drop the other leg, come to a stand. And then just let it go. No thinking, just a twist. Whatever wants to twist, let it twist. Whatever wants to get involved, let it go. Len, is your hip all right? Good, 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 good. Oh, so this is nice. This is a not thinking twist. If you want to make it slightly larger for the last couple of, you can. You want to bend the knees and just go a little bit crazy. No, the rest of my body wants to get involved. All right. And then same thing other side, and then we get to rest. Same thing other side. Forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. I should have said, I'm so sorry. I did promise I'd say it is 20 past. So we're way past already. Sorry. I know I was going to say that if anyone did need to go at that time. I'm so sorry. All right. Left leg back. Runner's lunge. Inhale as we come into that back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through to a plank. Exhale, left hand side plank. Maybe that top leg lifts up. Maybe it stays up as you land the hands. You spin on tootsies and you come into a three-legged plank. Maybe. And the foot can come down so you can rotate and twist towards side plank on the other side. Maybe that leg lifts into the sky. And keeping it up, you rotate back to a three-legged plank. Really nice. Onto your knees and then onto your belly. But I'm actually just going to rest in a kneeling position. I need to catch me. Last back bend, whatever that wants to be, whether it's Sphinx. Come out of it. Down dog in your own time. That left leg lifts in down dog. In fact, I'm going to be in a tabletop position because I'm not bothered. And exhale, that left knee comes forward into a pigeon. Oh. Have a little rocking pigeon. You know where we're going to go. It's not going to be pleasant. And then start to use your breath to just gather some strength. So hands are really, really powerful. We start to make sure they're in a place where we can push. We tuck the back toe. We need to find as much room as possible so that we can land that foot into a runner's. So we start to lift into almost like a three-legged plank, and then I need to dome through so I can land that foot. Nice. For runners, we just simply open it up into warrior two. From warrior two, we come into a high lunge. And then we find Garada Mudra once again. Feels like home Garada does, doesn't it? And then coming forward into a strong galloping horse with a weight pushing through the heel. And exhale, press through the hands to come back up. Inhale. Exhale, push through the hands. Inhale. And try not to let that knee straighten up anymore. So in fact, I mean, can you bend the knee a tiny bit more? Tiny bit more. So you've got a little bit more power running through the muscles. Last couple. When you next find yourself in an upright position, you can just drop down. You might just need to straighten up the leg just for a second so it can re-power into coming into a half moon. And you know we're doing something different, so it might be that you need a block where you wouldn't usually use one, and that's cool. Once half moon feels stable, then we can start to play with it. So can we take a twist from the kind of center, from the belly button? Can we get those lines of diagonal wall through our middle? So we're going to try and keep the hips where they are and move from the center. Ugh. And again, just notice that the arms want to keep us really happy. So it's the arms that I can feel are really doing the twisting movement for me, which is so lovely. And then just pop the foot down, collapse the body onto the floor, lay down, just forget it. Okay. I'm not going to put myself on mute because I might not be able to unmute myself. I'm going to, so I'm going to leave it on. We just got 3 minutes, wherever your body wants to be. Just start to think about some movement back onto the side. And as always on Sunday, hopefully there is an option somewhere in the day. And you can just tune back into this feeling and just allow at least a 7-minute rest, meditation, a mini mudra. Finally, if you're ready, start to come up into a seated position. And then just before we seal our practice, if you just close your eyes and just see if you can remember if there was a side that you felt your twisting was less resistant, a little bit more easy. But don't worry if you can't remember, or don't worry if you couldn't figure it out, or indeed there wasn't a noticeable side. But if you can, just see if you can remember it. Inhale, lift the arms skyward. Exhale, just allow them back down to the ground. And let them back. Inhale as they travel skyward. And exhale as they drop. Last one. Inhale, all the way back. tail into the horizon. Okay. I'm gonna hope that I can use my mouse. Yeah.